The main thing that motivates me is I see a need for something and I cannot stand not trying to address the need. But if I see a problem that's surfaced, if I see something that I think can be addressed in a different way than people have already addressed it, or that people haven't recognized, I'll try to pursue it, and either till I run into a brick wall that I can't get around or until the problem gets solved. You know, I think my passion for helping people really probably stems from my parents. You know, my parents certainly, you know, I was brought up with the idea that, you know, you put on this earth to make the place a better world. A Healthy Bid really tries to answer the question, where do patients go for high-priced medical care, and how do they identify where that care is being offered? You know, for example, there's thousands of patients that are leaving the United States right now looking for care outside the U.S. in what's a process called medical tourism. And Healthy Bid takes that concept of medical tourism and brings it right back to the United States to fill this unused capacity in our current healthcare system. You know, one of the reasons we started Healthy Bid is, you know, I work in the emergency department where I see people all the time come in with complaints and symptoms of things that ultimately they never get addressed. For example, you know, a woman comes in with right upper quadrant pain and we do an ultrasound on her and it turns out she has gallstones, and she's starting to have a lot of symptoms from these gallstones. And we say to her, look, you really need to get your gallbladder out. You've been here 3 times with this. And she says, you know what, I'd love to. I don't have health insurance and I simply can't afford it. You know, Healthy Bid was started for those sorts of patients who really need these elective, non-urgent, but definitely needed tests or procedures. The whole idea behind Healthy Bid is the patient will have a very easy time selecting the provider and selecting the tests they need done. For example, a patient will log on Healthy Bid, they'll identify the test or procedure they need, they'll identify the time they need the procedure or test done within, and then how far they're willing to drive to get that test or procedure done. At that point, we'll send out a notice to all the providers who have registered in that service area and requesting them to submit a bid for that particular patient. What providers get out of Healthy Bid is the ability to cover some of their overhead by finding those spots in their schedule in a particular week or a particular month where they have some downtime. They still have this fixed cost they have to cover, but yet patients, for whatever reason, maybe it's 6 a.m. in the morning, maybe it's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, but for whatever reason, patients don't seem to fill those time slots. So we're able to direct patients to those time slots by offering them a reduction in the price. And what really providers get out of it is there are no health plans they have to bid, there's no contracts with insurance plans. They go directly to the patient and the patient pays them directly. You know, really the ideal provider for the Healthy Bid network is a provider who's entrepreneurial, who's visionary, who understands the power of the internet and the power of consumerism. Healthy Bid is really all about how the use of technology will reshape that patient and provider interaction. You know, we look at Healthy Bid as really kind of on the cutting edge of that next stage of consumerism, where both the quality and the price will be transparent to both the patient and the provider.